All right, Old School Labs here at the 2025 New York Pro. This is John Hansen. I'm here with 1983 Mr. Olympia, Samir Bannout, and Marcus Guerrero. And don't forget, NY Pro 20 for discounts all week long for Old School Labs. Go to oldschoollabs.com. All right, guys, we just wrapped up the New York Pro. Samir, Nick Walker gets his ticket for the Olympia. Pretty convincing victory. What'd you think?
Well, honestly, I'm happy for him. I mean, his condition wasn't as good as Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you and I were talking like it was like toss up between him and Bonac. Bonac was sharper in the prejudging early on, but in the evening he was slightly off. I think Nick improved a little bit at night.
From the prejudging
Yeah,
tonight.
he did,
Okay.
and so. And I'm happy for him, and I mean, both guys are very, very impressive. But I am happy because personally, I felt Pittsburgh was, Nick's show. To be honest, I'm a big fan of Derek's physique, and when we discussed it on our podcast, I put my money on Derek.
That's your man. Yeah.
Right?
That's your boy.
Yeah, but I mean, the truth must be told. And, I mean, my opinion is one thing. Your opinion is also, some people like apple, some people like orange. But I know a lot of people, for example, I felt like I talked to a couple pro. I don't want to go by their name. Top pro. I mean, I know Dorian said it openly. I mean, I talked to, let's say, Jay Cutler and some of the top-notch pro. They felt similar to how I felt, know. But I'm happy that it was a happy ending for Nick to win the New York Pro the third time in a row.
Yeah.
He worked hard.
Yep.
He worked hard, and he really kind of put all the doubters to sleep because nobody really felt that he's going to be doing what he did. And so he did a good job. He worked hard. And so congratulations to him. And really, I hope he'll do better yet. So, but, definitely I want to give one big advice to Nick because I'm not sorry for Derek. I'm talking to Coach Aceto. And I told him, honestly, when Derek is 100%, oh my God, Lord have mercy. I mean, the guy is literally untouchable. So it'll be another interesting Olympia. But for this show today, just exactly how you felt. And we made the changes in the evening from the morning somewhat, So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus, you're a big Nick fan, of course. What'd you feel about the victory tonight?
Part of the new school, the old school, I guess. Honestly, I feel the same way I felt about Pittsburgh. I thought Nick had it. 1,000%. I thought that Nick had it. I mean, people are throwing around a lot of words, a lot of verbiage. No, it was a close race at Pittsburgh, 1,000%. We saw a close race today, too. I mean, William came in ready to conquer. It's just the mutant was just on another level, as we've seen. It's crazy because Samir mentioned, there's doubters. People doubt. And I just find it to be so shocking. Truly, I find it to be very shocking because this guy has so many gifts. And I understand there's certain things we can nitpick, but, man, to me, the gifts outweigh anything that anybody could nitpick. This dude came in. I mean, I said it earlier, that back shot. The fact that he literally at this point has arguably the same level of a back as Derek, who we thought, nobody could ever touch that back because that back is impeccable. Crazy back.
Yeah.
And then we just saw somebody come in and go blow for blow, as in Nick and Derek.
Like we said, the body can do some change. There's just changes to the body. I mean, sometimes the body changes within hours.
Yeah.
Bonac was looking really sharp in the morning. I didn't think he was as sharp at night. But you have to give him a major respect for continue to improve at his age.
Yeah.
I mean, age is only a number, and the guy looked really, really impressive. Impressive enough. A lot of people thought also he has many people put him as first place. But again, the judges decided, and Nick did good, and I'm happy for him. So.
Yeah.
How about you, John? What's your opinion on that, like on the top two?
Yeah, I thought Nick didn't look as good this week as he did last week. Got a lot smooth, a little bit smoother, yeah. And I thought Bonac looked really good this morning. Came in fuller and harder.
Yeah.
Thought Bonac could pull an upset, but then at night, Bonac didn't look as good.
I agree.
And Nick just needs to come in, I think, harder than like last week,
Yeah, definitely. I'm on the same page with you, John. And I know in the morning I asked you, and really, I had to be, honest that it was very, very, very close in the morning.
Yeah.
But at night, Nick made up for the changes and, whatever. He's just slightly slightly harder than in the morning, and then vice versa to Bonac. He went back a little bit backwards. So.
Yeah. So Michael Krizo beats Regan Grimes
Yeah.
for third place. Regan came in this morning looking really lean,
Yeah.
very finished. I was really impressed with his condition. Kind of flattened out, and he looked a little flatter tonight. Where Krizo looked like he got a little bit better from this morning, where he looked a little smoother, and he came in harder tonight. What'd you feel about that?
No, I agree with you. Krizo kind of he was in good condition.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Regan?
Yeah. I didn't have much sleep. I slept 3 hours just anyway. I think Regan looked very impressive, and I've always been. You and I talk about him a lot in our podcast.
Yeah.
Regan, I feel from my perspective that he dropped quite a bit of lean mass during his prep.
Yeah.
And as we could see, he filled up a little bit more, and he looked a little bit better tonight. For sure, he looked a lot better. His definition was even sharper and fuller. But sometimes, when they make a decision after prejudging, it doesn't really change that much in the evening. However, let's be honest, Krizo has got the body, but he also need to work. You and I were talking about he needed a little bit more in the lower lat.
Yeah.
But his quality was very impressive. Shoulder separation, detail, hamstring was cut, his glute was shredded.
Yeah.
I mean, he really need to learn to adjust a better stage presentation. So his presentation is still low on the weak side.
Yeah.
He's
getting better though. He came alive tonight when he did his posing routine. He looks really good when he does his posing routine.
He had some nice wine, I think, because I think from what I've been told that he's a little bit shy on stage, a little bit nervous, but I think he picked up a nice bottle of wine from Napa Valley. He was mellow. He was happy, and that makes the difference. Really,
you gotta be relaxed. Yeah.
You gotta relax. You can be tense on stage. It's like it works against you.
Right.
And tonight, I think whatever he did, he was better. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I think it was classic because whenever they're about to call him out in third place, he was just sitting there doing that. Like, and you could tell he was a little bit looser, a little bit smoother. And man, I just want to talk about that little most muscular where he leans over. And I'm telling you, I think we're seeing glimpses of what we see online when we see that pose.
Yeah.
It's an impressive pose for Chris.
Unbelievable. Again, I tell people there's some, Instagram body, one thing, and stage body is another.
Yeah.
When you look at Krizo, training on Instagram, and you look, holy crap, the guy's like beyond freaky.
Yeah.
You could see, he was ready 2 weeks out, full in etch muscle. And I think, again, some people get a little bit nervous on stage, or whatever is the cause to the changes of conditioning. It really play a major factor. That's why I think it really stay calm the final few days. And you got to be a professional poser. The presentation is important.
Yeah.
You need to work on that if you want to break into a higher ground, because he's in the winner's circle. I know he was happy. But he kind of knew he was in third place. But, I think he can improve, but he needs to work on all that, John.
He is improving, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. He's been doing this now a couple of years. I think the first Olympia he did was like at least 2 years ago.
How old is Chris,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I think if he improved his lats, because he's got a long torso,
shorter legs,
torso that actually, that leave a little void in here. That's why he need to work on have denser lat. Like us, not bragging.
He needs the Samir Bannout back training routine.
The lat, when you have those wings, like 747, it's necessary, man. And most competition on one from the back.
Yeah.
Derek is there. His back is great.
Yeah.
Nick Walker, back is great. You got to have a good back.
Yeah.
So Krizo, upper back was fantastic. As you see the separation, the delts were like sharp, separated.
Yep.
I personally, I think with a little improvement in his lower lats, he will do better yet in the future.
Yeah.
So do you think they got it right with those two? As for obviously they know what they know, so they got it right. But how did y'all feel as far as your opinions when it came to 3 and 4, Krizo and Regan?
I thought Regan looked good. Like I said in the morning, came in very good condition, but he kind of faded as the day went on, and then he looked just not big enough. Not big enough to beat Crizzo.
Yeah, but he did fill up a little bit, but it was still not enough.
Yeah. I was actually shocked. I think this is the first time I saw him on stage, and we've seen him in the off season when he's in the gym, and he's huge, 300 pounds. Yeah. So I was really shocked to see him on stage.
Indication, John. I think when you're aware of your body, you got to keep all the muscle mass that you gain over the years and protect the lean mass and drop your body fat. Some people diet so hard, they end up losing lean mass. I'm not with him. I don't know who coached him, but I don't know what he did. I believe personally that he dropped considerable amount of muscle mass, and that actually played against him, not helping him. But he still looked wonderful.
And he didn't need to, because when you see him in the off season, he's not fat. He's big. He's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
But
really huge.
Yeah, right. He's not fat, so he could come in much bigger.
Personally, I believe that he could easily put on 10 pounds of pure muscle, but probably that could happen in the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I think his reserve is not like what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, that's going to wrap it up here at the 2025 New York Pro for Samir Bannout, Marcus Guerrero. Don't forget to check out oldschoollabs.com. NYPro20 is our discount code. So use that code and get some great discounts on Old School Labs supplements. And congratulations to Nick Walker, third New York Pro win.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Shout
And you
out to
guys
Mama
keep
Walker.
it old school and keep that body pretty.
Yeah.
We like pretty body.
Shout out
Right?
to Mama Walker too.